WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton.
And I am Thabiti Mpinda.
Inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback,
A positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. Only need go to the App Store and download WHPR on demand. Ooh, and take us along with you, as I said. Thank you for tuning into Feedback, a positive image production by Hood Research. We're here with you this morning, and I'm Theo Broughton, co-founder of Hood Research, and my co-host.
Hey, how's
Yeah.
everybody doing? It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is.
Feedback,
Yes,
research production. I'm
yes.
loving it. How's everybody
Cloudy
doing
and
out there?
sunny, but mostly sunny. And as long as the wind doesn't blow, you can tolerate it for a few minutes. But anyway, such as
Just
that.
a few.
Oh, yes. And I want to say good morning to Rosa and Ron and to Vera and Katrina and Carl and Harry and Alan and those of you who have been meeting out in the community. And David, we haven't heard from David in quite a while either, you know. And Michael, haven't heard from Michael, you know, but I'm so glad that you all tune in. And Sylvia.
Don't forget Sylvia.
Oh, don't forget Sylvia, the Hood Research Porters. All right.
Indeed.
Anybody who do you want to say good morning to?
Well, you know, I met with Brother James Ford last Monday. And just want to say shout out to James Ford with the Obama weekend. It's going to be big this year. He gave me a couple of T-shirts to pass out.
Yeah.
Told me to wear one on the show, so we're going to be wearing the Obama shirts one of these weeks.
All right.
And,
All right.
Much love. Real talk. I've been passing them out for you, Brother Ford.
And we also want to encourage you to join Hood Research.
Indeed.
And follow us on Twitter. We have a website, hoodresearch.org. We have a Facebook page. We have Twitter, of course. And we also want you to know that we have memberships. The telephone number for Hood Research is area code 248-234-2371. And the email is contact@hoodresearch.org. That's CONTACT, the A with a little circle around it, HOODRESEARCH.org. Contact@hoodresearch.org.
Get involved.
You know, Mark, there's so much that has been taking place, and I was watching different news, you know, programs over the weekend, and of course internationally, there's conversation about will America get involved in the attempt that Russia is doing. And then we hear that there are sanctions, and there are allies of America that are going to do sanctions as well to get Putin in line. Now, whether he plans to get in line or not, I don't know. But I can't help but wonder, what role did Donald Trump play in that? Because when he was president, he had the Russians coming in and out of America, and he had Putin in the office in the White House. No security in there, but just them.
Right.
How much did he show him while he was there?
Well,
Did Putin take pictures while he was there? You know? So are there secrets? And I hope that if there were secrets that Trump had been taught, that they changed him once they got rid of him. I should say once we got rid of him. We, the American voters, folks who have some sense, to know that this man has just lost his rabbit mind. In the meantime, nationally, the NAACP, we think they've lost their mind. We have the NAACP Image, IMAGE, I think is how you spell it.
That's it, the Image Award.
Image Award. Image! And they are picking a person. He's called Lil Nas X. And Lil Nas X has a video. If you haven't seen it, you should, because you won't believe it unless you see it. He walks down into hell and has sex with the devil. He has sex with the devil. We're told he's a he too.
Okay.
Then in this video, they have him made up to look as if he is pregnant.
Okay.
Now, I've not read anywhere that a man has actually birthed a baby. But anyway, Lil Nas X is made up to look like he pregnant. Oh, heaven help us, please.
These are some strange times.
And very strange for the NAACP Image Award.
Right.
Image! To pick him? Oh, give me a break. Then, of course, they pick Megan Thee Stallion. And I don't know if Cardi B's on the list. I just had to stop. I'm like, this is just too much. But she may or may not be. However, she's got her degree from college. I think she's going to college somewhere in Texas.
It was HBCU, I believe.
I mean, fine. I mean, that's commendable.
Right.
Hopefully, she can encourage other strippers to get a college degree. She ain't Cardi B. They say, oh, don't talk about the strippers.
Don't do it, please.
That's their, whatever, their lifestyle, their culture. And maybe they're even doing it to pay for their college tuition. And, of course, we know college tuition is getting higher and higher and higher and higher. It's not going to stop. So, in a minute, everybody have to be a stripper in order to pay for it, right? Oh, please. But nevertheless, the NAACP is looking to give her an award as well. Oh, my goodness. Think about this. She does $10 worth of good. She's building homes in Texas or something. She's getting her college degree and something else that she has done. Cardi B buried 9 people who were killed in a fire. I mean, okay, she's a stripper too. $10 worth of good.
Right.
Versus $10 billion worth of bad images.
Well,
that are seen before our young people.
It begs the question whether or not you have to do something to sell your soul to get enough financial stability to help your people. So it manifests in various ways.
So you got to recover your soul that way. Is that what you say?
I'm saying that in order for you to be a part of this system and help your own people, you got to give up something. And you got to give up some of your respect for yourself. You got to get out here and bash men as Oprah had done for years. And I mean, it's just a battle. Let's just be honest. Even the black sports stars who try to do something, to help, and they can't speak about politics. They got to keep their mouth shut on some things. So it's almost like we know that racism is pulling our strings. Let's just be honest about it. Right, it's a battle.
And then a friend of mine was talking this morning about, at 6 a.m., of course, about the social media. Oh, social media is bad. Social media, no. He says social media is not bad. I agree. It's the use of social media that is bad. U-S-E, the word use, the use of it. A gun as itself is not bad. It's the use of it that is bad. Okay. And that's what I told him this morning.
It's the programming. I was listening to something on PBS the other day, and they were saying that the attention span of an American now is down to 7 seconds.
Oh, heaven.
That means unless you hit them with a stimuli real quick, they'll forget about it after 7 seconds. Like, ain't no big deal.
Well, I guess Lil Nas X having sex with the devil, that'll get you.
That's why they got to keep, drilling it in there.
Oh, heavens.
And so it'll stay.
Well, civics, we need to make sure that civics is taught in the school, for one, because a lot of civics is not taught or known in the homes. Okay. Now, but if the lyrics in the black music, as a friend of mine said, rap is art. Gangster rap is propaganda and toxic.
Exactly.
So it's the use of rap. And if in the lyrics of black music has to have the N word every other line, you talk calling somebody an N and this. And if in our music they always call our women in our community bitches and whores and thoughts and this and that. And if in the black music in our community has to use slang which says spray the block. Oh, many people don't know that. Spray the block does not mean go to Dr. Angela Mae Scott's home and water her grass. It means go out and kill somebody. You don't even need a reason. Just kill them. Kill them. Something to do. Hey, get used to it. Kill people. What? Okay. Yeah. So if that is in the music in our black community nationwide, why isn't that kind of sentiment expressed in Jewish music? Why isn't it expressed in Italian music? Why isn't it expressed in German music? Well, we know Germans weren't too thrilled about folk. Why isn't it expressed in the white music? Why? Why?
Well, we're the targets. Let's just be honest. We're the targets of genocide.
Well, perhaps it's because during the 60s and early 70s that we had ambassadors, young people, and I lift the name of Maxine Powell every chance I get. Her responsibility was to teach the team how to walk, how to talk, how to dress. No clothes unpressed, no shoes unshined, no hair out of place. They represented the whole black community in this country as they went around the world singing and enjoying themselves. They didn't even know they were ambassadors. They were having a good time with good, positive music. Positive music. All of a sudden, somebody said, "Oh, hell no, we can't have people around the world respecting black folks in the United States." Well, what can we do about that? Somebody said, "Well, Bubba, you know what we can do? You know, you got those state-of-the-art studios. Have them boys come in the state-of-the-art studios and make some CDs, and you can put them out all over the country because you have distribution rights, you know." He said, "Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Bubba, I know, all right." And so what he did was he brought the young black boys into the studio. They were looking all around. Oh, wow. All the bells and whistles. It's, "Excuse me, hold up. You can use our studio, but you got to make your lyrics as raunchy as you can, as raunchy as they can possibly be." And they did. That's why we have the N-word. Somebody tried to bury it, but every time you try to bury it, it gets dug up again. You know?
Miss Broughton.
Yes.
Michael K. Williams, the brother that was on the Wire, passed away last month. He had a show, comes on Vice, called The Black Market. And what he does is he showcases what black folks pretty much have to do to survive. And he had an episode on boosting, which for most of you guys don't know means just stealing. Okay. And he's from New York. And he was talking about that was a part of the hip hop culture. Okay. You had the dancing, the graffiti, the DJs, the rapping, and then you had the style part. And when you're in New York is the capital for fashion. It is the fashion capital of the world.
Did they
right
invent
next to
the thong?
Paris.
Did they invent the thong?
I don't know, but the fact that you are pretty much putting all this fashion in the face of these poor folks, and they like, well, we want to look good too. You know, we want to wake up every morning putting on hand-me-downs and looking poor. So they found ways to steal what they wanted, and that became a part of their lives. And what he had mentioned was most of the people that did the theft were females because they could go in and look as non-conspicuous, go in the stores, grab what they want. And that was a part of the whole culture. So now you get people doing illicit activity. Another way to make money is through the rap music. Another way to make money is through selling drugs. And it becomes a way of life. And now for the last 30 years, that's what they have been selling us, that black people are the people who deserve to be in jail because their lives are pretty much lived in an illicit bubble.
So you're saying that the NAACP goes along with that?
I believe so. I believe they've gotten to the point where they're like, look, what can you say? I mean, this is the young people are the culture now. They tell you this is the culture. BET said this is the culture. You know, gangster rap and all this foolishness, pants sagging and women running around looking like half naked, and this is our culture now.
Well,
and we bought in.
China said, I'm not buying into that. They said, hell no. They have banned it in China. China has approximately 2 billion people. China, the continent of China, country of China, which is approximately the same size as the land here in the United States. They got 2 billion people. They said, no, we're not having that over here. Is you? And they say, is you crazy?
But it shows you the power now, the influence of all of this negative energy around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, some rap is positive. Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
unfortunately, it gets drowned out by the other messages.
Yes.
And, you know, that's why, you know, the Chinese saw the young women dancing half naked, and they're like, that's not what we want.
And we are not going to have it.
And the more you push it underground, what happens? The more it becomes what? The young kids like, hey, if they pushing it underground, it must be something I need. I want that. Because whatever you can't have and you take away from a child, they want it even more. So it's going to be the battle for this millennium to figure out how we can turn what years of greed and foolishness and all of this deceit, because the people at the top have made a mess of things. That's why it's like this. I mean, lack has caused these problems. When you lack things, you do whatever you can to survive. And when survival is all there is, it become a joke. And for rich folk, it is a joke.
Yeah. Well, you know why that might be true? We don't have to fall into it.
No, we don't
Do
have
all
to.
of us have to do that? Do all of us have to be that? I don't think so. And the folks in China have decided we're not doing that. And yes, there may be some underground who will go for it. Even in this country, decades back, we had pornography, but it wasn't taped to the window.
Right.
For people to see as they walk
They
down
made
the
sure
street.
it was in the seedy neighborhoods.
And even there, it was under the counter.
Right.
Even Playboy mailed their books in a brown paper wrapper.
Exactly.
Mailed them, but in a brown paper wrapper.
Miss Broden, your guest just popped up. We gonna have a guest today.
guests?
Let's talk about these guests we got coming on today.
Absolutely. Okay. We have Dr. Angela May Scott, who's supposed to join us today, and
I have Mr. Douglas Mobley, a businessman with a website called Scents and Sprays for you Valentine's people. You're going to have to hit it. It's got a lot of goodies.
Well, we need to take a break and get started.
Yeah, we do.
Our engineer, Tim, would you accommodate us, please?
We're going to have May on first. Yes, we're going to have May on first.
Okay.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
this is Theo Broden from Feedback. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at WHPR TV Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
It's the These Nuts Show with your host Butter and friends. Butter here, magician escape artist, practicing for my show tonight. Come on in, have a seat.
Everybody settle. Butter, you're on in 5, 4, 3, 2.
In a few seconds, there gotta be enough to get out of this one. Twist a little turn, ta-da! It's showtime. It's your old friend Butter here. I may be a nut, but I know to wear my mask. Please welcome our first guest tonight, fitness guru Wally Wallnut.
Wally Wallnut here to tell you to wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds so you will stay healthy and strong like me.
Almond Cruz here, sliding in with the news. Distance is what we must do to stay away from the chew and other germs in the air that might be trying to get on you. Social distancing is a wonderful way to see friends. As long as you're 6 feet apart, you win.
Hey there, friends. I wouldn't miss this for the world. It's me, Pumpkin Spice, your healthy girl. Remember, it's important to use your kind hearts and follow the signs to stay healthy and safe at all times.
Chica Chiminsky here to say, don't forget the little ones that need you to lead the way. That's how we remember to wash our hands, mask, and social distance today.
Morgan Raisin. Yes, it's me, here to sing about health and safety. We are all here to help get a message out to your grapevine, teaching healthy choices to stay safe all the time.
Don't let these guys drive you nuts. Put your mask on first. They'll let you be. And it keeps me safe from the
chew
that's trying to get on me.
Butter me up. She's right, you know. Thank you, Hallie Cranberry, for joining the show. Let's all be nuts about our health. Social distancing, wash your hands frequently, use hand sanitizer, and wear a mask. Practice what we learned to stay away from the germs. We're all in this together. Coming soon, the many adventures of these nuts in a theater near you.
I've always been a runner, but I've never run from anything, and neither has my city.
Do you want to be a Detroit police officer?
Sir, yes, sir! Ah! Amen!
It's something special to protect the people closest to you, the ones you've known all your life, your neighbors, your friends. I was born in this city, and I'm not going anywhere. This is my home. That's why I wear the shield.
Feedback. Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broten.
And I am Thabiti Mpinda.
Inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
A positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
And take us along with you. Feedback. Feedback. All right. And we are back. And our first guest of the day is Dr. Angela May Scott. Dr. May has come to talk to us about stress. Stress. We got a lot of stress, especially since the NAACP Image Award is going to present a person, oh goodness, who insists on having sex with the devil. You know, Doctor. Oh Lord, Dr. May, tell us, who is Dr. Angela May?
Dr. Angela May. I am Dr. Angela Celeste May Scott. I'm native Detroiter, and I am the doctor is in psychology. Mm-hmm. So I have training and experience in clinical, which is doing therapy, and also forensic and organizational, which means I help companies and businesses work with their personnel to work out whatever it is they need to work out for their business, for their companies. And I'm also president and co-founder of AMA and Associates Incorporated. And that's a counseling, consulting, and coaching company that I have with my sister, Michelle May. And we offer counseling.
She's a psychologist also?
She's a licensed counselor.
Oh, wow.
She's a licensed. There's 3 kids in the family. So I'm the baby. She's the oldest, and my brother, Leon Dale May, is in the middle. So one of the things that we encourage people all the time is to not feel limited, and to, because we have many different talents. So one of the things my family is known for is music. We're all professional musicians as well, and educators, and do all kinds of things. So I'm very blessed to do the music and then also the psychology.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so.
Tell us about forensic psychology. What does that entail?
Forensic psychology, it's basically, of course, psychology means you have expertise in behavior and mental processes and things like that. So forensic psychology means taking that expertise and applying it to the judicial system, or people who are going through the courts. So your audience is already familiar with forensic psychology, even if they don't know that they are, because they've heard things like competency to stand trial, or the insanity plea, which is actually not the formal term, but that's what forensic psychology is. It's doing those evaluations to help the courts determine directions and for different defendants or people who are accused.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Now, as it relates to men and stress, you have a program that you are putting together, have put together. It's going to take place in February. Why is it that men are so stressed?
They're black in America, that's why.
Well, that's a good answer.
That's the
good answer. Yes.
Well, I think of it as in a couple of different ways. On the one hand, we all need to learn more about healthy ways to deal with stress. People try to deal with stress in general, include men as well. But sometimes the way that they're trying to deal with it can make things worse. So some people try to drink it away. Some people try to smoke it away. Some people try different things, sometimes healthy, sometimes not so healthy. I wanted to focus on men in particular because we know in our culture, men, regardless of the background, and definitely black men and boys, are often taught not to address their problems, their concerns, just suck it up and be a man and, pretend. Basically, it comes down to pretend you don't have these emotions. But they're human emotions. And by always bottling it up or trying to, just, ignore it, or I can get past it, it just builds up and builds up like it would for anyone. And we know that black men have higher percentages of like hypertension and some of those other physical ailments that can be directly related to stress.
So then, are you saying it's okay for a man to cry?
It's not only okay, but it's healthy, extremely healthy for himself and for his loved ones. Absolutely.
Now, I remember there's a song. There may have been a couple of songs, but one comes to mind right away. I Wish It Would Rain.
Okay.
Remember that song?
From Motown era.
Right.
Yeah.
And so nobody could see him, but he was gonna cry, and he wanted to go outside, and I wish it would rain.
Yeah.
It was a hit song too, by the way.
Yep.
But there were other songs that actually taught. The lyrics in the song were lyrics that at least made them think, sometime, Oh,
Yes.
boy, but this stuff today, I have to keep going back to that. But, oh, God, the NAACP, ooh, image award. Let's talk about image.
Okay,
Now,
that's very important.
Yeah, you're the image that a man or a child is taught that they should work towards is?
First and foremost, to have as positive sense of self and self-esteem, positive self-esteem as possible. We want our boys to just like we want our little girls to grow up with the idea that they have value, that they have worth, that that God created something wonderful when they created them. That is so important because just to what you were talking about before I came on, a lot of the not just negative imagery, but people consuming it. It feeds into ideas about themselves because it's their own image reflected back to them in the arts. And while we want to maintain freedom of expression in the arts, but at the same time, we do have to understand that there's responsibility also. So you could express your freedom in the arts, but do recognize that it impacts our girls and boys with how they view themselves. So yeah, image is very, very important.
And so many of them. When we had the Cosby show.
Yeah.
And then what was the name of the college?
A Different World.
Different
World, yeah.
Both of them were teaching opportunities.
Absolutely.
And he used Dr. Poissant to read the scripts, make sure that the images that we were putting out there, and some idiot in California said, I think it was somebody from the NAACP, Lord, the NAACP. Oh, we don't have doctors and lawyers, black folk married to each other. And I said, obviously, they've never been to Detroit, Michigan. We have many doctors, husbands who were doctors, wives who were lawyers, or the other way around, judges who were married to. And I'm like, where are these people living under a rock or what? But now, what's sad about it is the image of his shows was supposed to be impacted. We can't have black folk learning, and the young black kids wanted to go to college too. They even wanted to go to Hillsdale, which didn't exist, but but they wanted to go.
Yeah. And they said that the college admissions skyrocketed.
Yes,
especially to HBCUs.
Yes. And somebody up there said, we can't have those ends doing anything positive. So it seems to me that that's when there was kind of a turn of events and the encouragement and the of more negative, but only in the black community. When was the last time you heard the word Dago?
Not very often.
That is like the N word for black people. Only that's what the Italians. I haven't heard that in decades. It's not accepted in the Italian culture. They don't play that. The Jews got on Michael Jackson because he used the Jewish N word, which was his kike or something like that. Made him take all of his products off the market. He had to redo it. Their culture, we're not putting up with that. But in our community, only in our community, it's culture. Why does it have to be culture?
Well, I would say I would say it seems most prevalent in ours, unfortunately. And that's, like you say, it's not necessarily by accident. But it's not only in our community, because I do know of Latin artists and different ones who will complain about how more Anglo-Saxon looking Latin people oftentimes get the spotlight, whereas the more Afro-Latinos and Latinas don't get the spotlight as much. And so they have their own issues with image and who gets access. But you're absolutely right that it's just so prevalent in the black community. Unfortunately, again, as an artist, I say, yes, I understand the creative freedom. I get that part. But on the other side, it's also money making. Like you said earlier, it is a money making industry. And I think one of those most powerful things we can do as citizens and as consumers is if we put our dollars where the most positive entertainment is, then the money will follow. They'll go wherever the money is. In the movie industry, Will Smith is one of the biggest money-making stars out there.
Mhm.
And his, the stuff that he puts out is considered, Oscar worthy. It's considered, more classy.
Mhm.
And we can find the same things in our music, but I think we have to push it also. And just as you're always giving a platform to these things, we can do that with our dollars too, and we can encourage our kids to do the same. Not just saying don't, but here's an alternative. Listen to this. This is fantastic. Listen to what she's doing, something positive, or he.
Mhm.
So I think that's important too.
Yeah, I think I'm beginning to check various schools to see if they have civics in there. Civics is urgently important
absolutely.
because so many homes, they say, oh, it begins in the home. Well, if there's nobody in the damn home, how's it going to begin there? Anyway, in the meantime, I want to ask you about stress, strategy, and image once again.
Mhm.
It seems that centuries ago, there was the lion's den and the poor people, and obviously you're not going to fight a lion, but there were many people in the audience. There were gladiators fighting each other,
Mhm.
and that seemed to be some kind of sick sport.
Mhm.
And times have, well, we like to think times have gotten better.
Mhm.
We still have sports for image and for who's on the top of the hill, and we have boxing and football, and baseball is a bit more tame, I guess. Hockey is still just as bad as the days of gladiators. They seem to want a trophy if they get their nose broken and their teeth knocked out.
It does kind of seem that's like
Help
hand
me.
in hand
Help
with
me.
the sport.
Yes, and black folk want to play hockey. Oh God! But anyway, how do you explain it or rationalize it or something? Help me. There's a program in February, y'all. It's coming. It's coming.
That's a good point, though. There does seem to be something hardwired in the human psyche that just like wants to see who can knock who off the hill, right? It goes together with this idea of a show of strength, show of force. Humans like to champion the champion. They like to stand behind the one that they think is the strongest, the hero. I think some of that has to do with helping. How you can identify with someone. Like if you go back to Joe Louis days, and how just his image as a winner and someone who people really respected did so much for the black community, and how he represented just being out there.
And they hugged that radio. Yeah, get him, Joe.
Right. It's like that's our hero,
That's right.
That's our hero. And it's not just about him, but it's like he is us. He represents us. So I think it's not all just who can knock who down, but it's that tying to the hero, and it makes you feel good because if you feel that's my team or my hero, I think it helps. Again, it goes back to that self-esteem and feeling good about yourself and your people.
Okay, so now self-esteem is an important part of the conference and the workshop. Am I calling it right?
The coaching. Yeah,
Coaching.
4-week coaching.
4-week coaching.
Yeah.
And it's going to take place in February?
Yes, it's going to take place every Tuesday in February at 7 p.m. and we're doing it virtually, so it'll be on Zoom.
Oh. Okay.
Every week of the 4 weeks in February, every Tuesday, we're going to deal with different parts of stress that affects black men. So, and people in general, but also just helping black men recognize and healthy ways to cope and improve the way that they deal with stress so they can bring that down. So we're going to look at the physical aspects of stress, the psychological aspects, learn ways to think and react in better ways that'll help your relationships at work, at home, and as well as taking better care of your own health. And also it helps to teach them how to teach their families as well, better ways to cope.
Okay, so now 4th February, that's this coming tomorrow?
Yep, starting tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness.
Starting
tomorrow is February, everybody. Oh, Lord.
It's here. It's here.
This year. Yeah, this year trying to get away from me. But tomorrow is February the 1st.
Yes.
Okay, I need some contact information.
Okay, I shall give you some contact information. Well, first of all, if anyone wants to call, they can call at 313. I have to look down because we have some new numbers. So I'm going to read this. 313-403-7972. So that's 313-403-7972 if you want to call my company for information. You could also go to my Facebook page, Angela Celeste, so it's Celeste May, M-A-Y, Angela Celeste May, and you'll see the flyer at the very top of the page. So if they click on the flyer, they'll see the links to sign up. The total price is $235 or 3 payments of $78. So if they want to do the 3 payments, they can pay their $78 and go ahead and start tomorrow. I'm also on Instagram, Angela Celeste May, same thing. Go to my bio, and the link is in the bio to sign up.
Oh, okay. Now, last year, 2021, and the year before, 2020, and I had to think that it was 2019 that Donald Trump could have helped us all. But he is so, I shouldn't use the word stupid.
Don't use the word.
Don't use the word. But in 2019, when he was being made aware of this, he did absolutely nothing, said it was fake news, and just went on and let the pandemic just run wild.
Yeah.
But the reason I say he's stupid is because he's killing the people that voted for him. Don't wear a mask. Don't get a vaccination. Come on, pack in like sardines and hug each other and pass that COVID virus. He's an idiot. But anyway, over the past 2 years or so, what kind of stress has taken hold of the black men?
Oh my goodness, taking hold of everyone. And
Well,
definitely
yeah,
black men.
but
yeah,
your conference
absolutely.
is about black men.
True, yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness, it's just ramped up quadruple amount because of COVID. So much loss and so much unexpected sudden loss, deaths from COVID, and I just call it compounded grief. Compounded. So there's the physical loss of people who have died from COVID.
Right.
There's a loss of, we know a lot of businesses have been affected. So people have lost income. They've lost people. They've lost even identity in terms of, people have put so much of their lives, so many of these black men have put their time and energy into building if they have their own company or whatever the case may be, and to have taken those hits. And then parents, black men who are parents, they're raising their kids, they're having to school their kids who are home from COVID because of COVID, and so it's just compounded on top of compounded. So it's taken a huge toll. Mental health is a huge aspect of that. Also, it's the anxiety, and the fearfulness, nervousness about what's going to happen, what's about to happen, and depression. The two of those often go hand in hand. And black men I talk to black men all the time, and one of the things I hear the most often is we're not taught how to deal with this stuff. We're taught to just keep going, and sometimes we need to not keep going. We need to take a moment and pause so that we can heal and be so that we can continue to go forward without doing further damage. So
right. Well, we do have a guest here with us this morning who's going to talk about how he was inspired to start a business during the pandemic that is going on in spite of all this. But when you think about the violence that has increased because of it. And we do know that sex is a problem. The misuse, I should say, not sex itself. Don't get crazy out there. But anyway, and when you remember that song, Me and Mrs. Jones, that group, when the governor shut down all of these various places that what's the right word? Illicit meetings would take place. The bars or the bowling alleys or wherever the married man was meeting with his girlfriend, or the married woman was meeting with the married man, or whatever was going on then. A lot of that came to a screeching halt because they couldn't figure out, well, where am I going to meet him? How we going to see each other? And of course, the stress increased for him, stress increased for her. Then he gets angry. He's at home. He takes it out on his wife. Wife takes it out on the kids. Kids take it out on the dog, and the dog bites the cat, and the cat's like, I'm getting out of here. You know, so have you come across a lot of that? I mean, you just have to be real. That's what was going on.
Yeah. Definitely in the last couple of years, the staying home more and all of the stress and all of the things that you were talking about compounded. We have definitely seen, we meaning, you know, psychologists and others have seen an increase in domestic violence for sure. So yeah, that's yet another reason that I wanted to do this 4-week workshop. Again, because that stress has got to go somewhere, and we don't want it to go towards harm.
Are you going to address that in one of the workshops?
Yes. You mean domestic violence?
No, I'm talking about
that
thing that start domestic violence. I can't see my woman, damn it, so I'm going to beat you up. Anyway.
Well, to answer your question, when I was talking about those unhealthy ways of dealing with stress,
right,
all those addictions, you know, whether it's sex addiction, gambling addiction, you know, all of those things, it doesn't have to go all the way to an addictive state, but addiction or dealing with it in all those ways. Yeah, we're going to deal with all of that.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
All right, give us our information that we need, again, the telephone number, the website, and all of that.
All right. You can call 313-403-7972. That's 313-403-7972. You can also go to my Instagram at Angela Celeste May, CELESTEMAY, and click on the link in my bio to sign up for the 4-week. The full title is Stress Management Coaching Group for Black Men, it's not therapy, it's strategy. So therapy is a wonderful option. I definitely encourage that. Also, more Black men are taking advantage of it. But this particular workshop, the 4 weeks that I'm doing, not workshops, but the coaching, it's not therapy, but it's strategy. And also my Facebook page, Angela Celeste May. At the very top, you will see the poster for the Black men's stress coaching group. And click on that. And again, the links are there to go and pay the full $235 or 3 payments of $78.
And you know, the coaching is important. You have individual sessions if someone wanted to have individual sessions?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that. I appreciate it. Yes, our company, both my sister and I, offer personal and professional coaching as well. So one of the wonderful things about this coaching group for Black men is that within the coaching group each Tuesday, I'll be covering some things, but I'm also there to answer specific questions that they may have that they're particularly dealing with. And then, like you said, if they want more individual coaching, they can talk with me about setting up a coaching time. Yes, because I do have a coaching program as well for individuals.
Okay. Now, when you talk about mental illness, or some of it may, get into that, there's insurance that would cover that kind of treatment, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's insurance that covers mental health services in terms of therapy and things like that, for sure. And that's both group therapy as well as individual. All depends on the insurance that you have, et cetera. So if you call that number and you're interested in therapy, then we can talk with you about that also. The coaching, however, because it's not therapy, it's not covered by insurance. So we have payment plans and things like that for people for that. Yeah.
Well, on the other hand, maybe some people who need coaching you know, you pay for insurance over and over and over again, and so many years you never use it.
That's true.
So it may be an opportunity to use it, to get coaching. And there are many times when the people in our community should have, what do you call them? Mental health checkups. I think that's what you call them.
Absolutely.
Like you have an annual checkup for your body and all, you know, heart and all that. You could have that, and if I don't know who would write that up, but
that's a good idea.
It should be able to fit into all this insurance people are getting, and it shouldn't be funny to me, but I mean, it's funny to me, but I'm sure it's not funny to the insurance companies. People have been paying whole life and part life and whatever kind of life insurance, and now all of a sudden, oh baby, the insurance companies got to pay. You pay premiums month after month after month, and you never use it.
Yeah.
Now they're paying, and they're upset about it. But of course, the funeral homes are making out like a fat rat in a cheese factory. Oh no, it's peanut butter. They don't like cheese, they tell me. But anyway, I'm glad that you are sharing, you know, this, and the young men and women too. I know you're not restricted to the male psyche. Can call that number to find out how to take advantage of your services, and that's a good thing.
Yes, and thank you for that. I appreciate you having me on and being able to talk about this. One of the main reasons I did want to do the men's group is because I'm so happy to see so many more services for women and Black women, and we offer that also. We do a women's coaching group. We do a women's power mastermind coaching group over eight weeks. So we do lots of things for women as well as men. But I really wanted to fill that gap of really helping our Black men, ages 21 and over. Mine is for.
And then after the last 2 years,
especially.
Oh God, here at Hood Research, we started receiving calls early on. I'm mad. I'm bored. I'm like, what, my God, what is the wrong with these people?
Not used to being home.
What is it? What is it? Yeah, we have cabin fever and all kinds of attacks and things. You know that governor shut down the bars and she shut down the bowling alleys and I'm like, yeah, you know.
Save some lives.
Yeah, but then we started getting calls from people saying, I don't feel well. I'm just so depressed. I'm sad. I'm having anxiety attacks. And we said, my God, we got to do something.
Absolutely.
So, May the 9th of 2020, we started having conference calls every Saturday. And we were on from 3 to 6, 3 hours. And people would call in and they'd talk about, what was going on. Just regular, conversation. And it was an outlet.
Absolutely.
This
so
May
important.
the 9th, we would have been there for 2 years.
Excellent.
2 years we've been doing that. And I was happy that you came on with us and
thank you.
And had a chance to talk about some of the issues that people are concerned about. And the last minute. My co-host has a book that talks about who was born on your birthday. When is your birthday?
July 10th.
July the 10th, Mark.
July the 10th.
Dum-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum, July the 10th.
All righty.
All
This
right.
is the book there, Dr. May.
Oh, wonderful.
Affirmation.
I love it. Affirmation.
366 days of American history. Because we American.
Yes, we
give
are.
us a hard time about it.
Been
What'd
here a
you
long
say,
time.
July the 10th?
July 10th. Yeah, July 10th.
Cancer, huh?
Yes.
Okay. My wife is July the 8th. How about that?
Oh, wonderful. She must be a wonderful, wonderful woman.
Yeah. I wonder why she would say that. Identity.
I concur. Lord have mercy.
Thing.
I'm telling you, I'm so glad you're doing that for the men, though, Doctor.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely need it.
Absolutely.
United Healthcare, one of the plans you take?
Not for the coaching, but possibly you have to call. You'll have to call.
I'm going to check
Call
that
and find
out.
that
I know
out.
quite a few people that could use that coaching.
Oh, yeah, let them know. Let them know.
All right, let's get this July the 10th on because we run out of time. We got to give it right up here this 10 o'clock break. July the 10th, folks.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun.
dun.
Yes, indeed. Affirmation, this sister here. Oh, you got a lot of people on your day. David Deacons was born on your birthday.
Oh,
1927. We know he was the mayor.
Mayor in New York.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, look at that.
Another one here. Richard Gordon Hatcher of Gary, Indiana, was the first African-American mayor of a major U.S. city.
Oh, wow.
Michigan City, Indiana.
Uh-oh.
How about that?
Excellent.
All right. Let's see who else we got. Bertram Lee and Peter Bino purchased the Denver Nuggets. You remember they bought that for a little while. The first African Americans to own a professional sports franchise.
I'm in good company.
Hey, yes. Yeah, I'm
Good
listening.
company.
I love that book.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Well,
right there.
we got to go. We shall be back. We got to stop for a station identification. Stay tuned. Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Matter. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is Thabiti Mpinga from the Feedback Program. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WHPR TV Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
It's the These Nuts Show with your host, Butter and friends. Butter here, magician escape artist, practicing for my show tonight. Come on in, have a seat.
All right, everybody settle. Butter, you're on in 5, 4, 3, 2.
In a few seconds, there gotta be enough to get out of this one. Twist a little turn, ta-da! It's showtime! It's your old friend Butter here. I may be a nut, but I know to wear my mask. Please welcome our first guest tonight, fitness guru, Wally Wallman.
Wally Woodland here to tell you to wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds so you will stay healthy and strong like me.
Almond Cruz here, sliding in with the news. Distance is what we must do to stay away from the chew and other germs in the air that might be trying to get on you. Social distancing is a wonderful way to see friends. As long as you're 6 feet apart, you win.
Hey there, friends. I wouldn't miss this for the world. It's me, Pumpkin Spice, your healthy girl. Remember, it's important to use your kind hearts and follow the signs to stay healthy and safe at all times.
Chica Chiminsky here to say, don't forget the little ones that need you to lead the way. That's how we remember to wash our hands, mask, and social distance today.
Morgan Raisin. Yes, it's me, here to sing about health and safety. We are all here to help get a message out to your grapevine, teaching healthy choices to stay safe all the time.
Don't let these guys drive you nuts. Put your mask on first. They'll let you be. And it keeps me safe from the
chew
that's trying to get on me.
Butter me up. She's right, you know. Thank you, Hallie Cranberry, for joining the show. Let's all be nuts about our health. social distancing, wash your hands frequently, use hand sanitizer, and wear a mask. Practice what we learned to stay away from the germs. We're all in this together. Coming soon, the many adventures of these nuts in a theater near you.
I've always been a runner, but I've never run from anything, and neither has my city.
Do you want to be a Detroit police officer?
Sir, yes, sir. Amen.
It's something special to protect the people closest to you, the ones you've known all your life, your neighbors, your friends. I was born in this city, and I'm not going anywhere. This is my home. That's why I wear the shield.
WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
FM 88.1 WHPR, Highland Park.
WVIE 107.3 FM Charlotte, Amalia, Virgin Islands.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. All right.
Okay.
And take us along with you. We have returned with our second guest. And we have some fragrances that are really nice. Really nice.
Yes.
Pumpkin spice and love what? Love.
The love box.
The love box.
Just want to say, Miss Broden, I am just ecstatic. It's a good friend of mine, lifetime friend, Mr. Douglas Mobley, businessman. He's had a lot of businesses in his day, but just want to say his concern is he's a master's degree holder in engineering, as a matter of fact. And technology is his thing, but he's also a businessman. And just want to introduce Brother Douglas Mobley. You got your business here. It's called Scents and Sprays, LLC. Talk to us today.
Well, thank you, Mr. Cummings. That's a nice introduction. Hello. I'm
Theo
Doug Mobley.
Broughton.
It's so nice to be with you all. And I'm just going to say this off the bat. We had the good doctor discussing stress relievers, and I'm sure she would agree with me that one of the key things we can do is aromatherapy, right? So even when she was talking and I was sitting to the side, this diffuser was next to me, and I just felt the scent wafting, and I was just listening to her, and the scent and her voice was just very relaxing to me. And then I would invite everyone, we can see it here, but I would invite everyone to burn a candle from time to time.
Yes,
and
indeed.
just sit next to a candle and meditate. And so that brings me to my company, scentsandsprays.com. Now, scents, like the smell, SCENTS, and sprays.com is a home furnishings company. We particularly sell candles, diffusers, and room and body sprays. So we're all about the senses and the smells and the feeling that helps people decompress, relax, right? This one we have here is a grapefruit pine. That's one of our best sellers, the grapefruit pine. And right now I have next to you a red currant.
What?
Red currant.
Red currant.
Red currant.
What
It's
is
a wonderful smell.
What is red currant? Is it a candle or what?
Yes,
is it?
ma'am. This is the candle right here next to you, and it's called red currant. And I just invite you to take a.
And you know those currants, they like sort of like a grape, but not quite.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very, currant, particularly. I don't know the word to use, but in India, some of the Indian countries are very big on currant. So this is a red currant, and we also have a grapefruit pine right here.
Let
And
me smell the grapefruit pie.
the grapefruit pine is right here.
And that's a big one. That candle is going to
This
last
is-
a long time.
Oh yeah. And this is a 4-wick candle.
Mm-hmm.
4-wick.
4-wick.
Wow.
See how
Do
heavy
you
that
light
is,
one
Miss
at a
Brooks?
time, or you?
You can light one at a time, or you can do all 3 at a time.
Oh,
Now,
I see. Well, that's a good big smell.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's a big seller.
Yeah.
Try it,
I
Mark.
like
Yes, indeed.
And good doctor, you should join us too. You should smell one as well. You're all about de-stressing.
Yes, indeed. You got to have that with your piece there. And after these burn out, you can use these trays for just about anything.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
So now you got yourself
a tray,
a nice gift, a candle, and then afterwards you got yourself a nice tray to, put some goodies in. I have stones at home myself that I've had the young lady we had on the show one time, Miss Broughton. I commissioned her to paint me up one of the stones and bring me some luck. Excuse me. And she painted like an Aztec, some kind of Aztec god on the stone. And, it keeps me centered.
And I will tell you, I had an experience just this weekend. Me and my partner, we got massages. And we burned one of these candles, the grapefruit pine candles, after our massage, and I can't tell you what a relaxing, decompressing, and wonderful that experience that was in and of itself, and just burning one of our 4-wick candles. So I would invite everyone, right, regardless if you get from Scents and Sprays, but of course I want you to come to my website to buy it. But again, I think this is a very good dovetail to what the good doctor was talking about, and finding ways for us to decompress, to de-stress, and you can't find better ways than aromatherapy or just meditating next to a candle.
Now, when you said you got a massage, body massage.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. At the location, was it at your home or at the location or a location?
No, this was at our home.
Oh, okay. So you had the grapefruit.
Yes.
The grapefruit. What is it called?
Grapefruit pine.
Grapefruit pine fragrance while they were massaging or after they finished?
Both.
Oh, while they were.
Sure.
It's so big it burns a long time.
Yes, it burns.
So you started it when they started.
That's correct.
Oh, okay.
And these candles burn at least 200 hours.
Look at that.
Oh my.
Yes.
That could go a whole year if you do it right.
Oh my.
Here's another one. These are called our rosy ring candles.
Rosy ring.
Right. This is a currant smell as well. But those have very, that's about 120-hour burning time.
I can't smell that. But does it smell like roses?
Very similar to this one.
Very sweet smell.
Currant smell.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Now,
and I'll say this about the currants because I'm a big on vitamins.
Sure.
And currants, the grapes, they all contain resveratrol, and I mean that keeps you healthy.
Yes.
That's why they say the Italians live so long because they drink so much wine. And let's just say you bringing in a little bit of that love from that currant. That'll mellow you down.
All right. Well, that's a good segue to our next bestsellers, is what you got right there in your hand, Mark.
Yes, indeed.
And those are the alcoholic gummies.
Oh, yes.
Now, boy, oh boy.
Hold on a second
now. Now, wait. Now, this is heavy. What color is this?
That's like it's a brown. It almost looks like an African piece. You can put it on your wall after the
very much
candles
so.
are done.
Yeah, sure.
A little bit of everything. Got 2 handles on the edges.
Yeah,
it's wooden.
And this one burns how many hours?
That one burns about 170.
Yeah, that's the smaller one. Right.
Well, you can't see it falling over.
No, just lay it on that table there.
If this burns something, it's because somebody knocked it over. It's heavy as it is.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah. I'm tempted to pop open one of these liquor gummies, to be honest with you.
When you talk about safety.
It's a little early in the morning, I guess.
Licorice? They're licorice?
Yeah, they're gummies.
They're actually gummies.
They have liquor.
Okay.
Now, let's see. They've got the types on it. This is from the Love Box, people. Now, you got the Tequila Sunrise.
Oh, my.
And that was a movie. I love Tequila Sunrise. That was, what's my man, Mel Gibson and Michelle Pfeiffer. They were in Miami. That's a sunrise. What we got here? Prosecco, the Mandarin Spritz.
What?
Mandarin Spritz.
Okay.
Sure. And they're all made in cocktails. So they're different types of cocktails.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And you know, Prosecco is like a type of Italian wine. You know, it's the
now,
good stuff.
Now listen.
Come on now.
This is actually liquor in the gummy.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Now here's a good one for you. The Cosmopolitan vodka.
Uh-oh.
Ah, yeah.
So now, does that mean that you are a that kind of engineer?
What kind of engineer are we talking
You
about?
said, that's what I'm trying to find out. Did you?
Now let them know. Let them know about your background.
You said engineer. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, once again, my name's Doug Mobley, and Mark, me and you, we're they call us men of a certain age now, right? But we're legacy Detroiters. We're born and bred. I graduated from Murray Wright High School, and I eventually finished my academic career at Central Michigan University. I'm a Chippewa, but I'm a Michigan native, educated man. Now, I've worked about 30 years in the corporate workspace, and I got my undergraduate degree in engineering, and I eventually got my MBA from Central Michigan University. But I spent 30 years in the corporate work world, and I eventually migrated into working into information technology fields. I was a business analyst, and I helped companies develop their overall software and computer plans. But one day, I knew that I could no longer participate in that corporate work world. And it happened February 2020. I was working for a company called Proficient Incorporated, and without notice, myself and another gentleman of African American descent, we were fired without notice. And this is even after I had achieved certifications in a highly, highly valued software package. It's called Salesforce, as anyone knows. And the training for Salesforce, these are highly valued people. So even after I got my training in Salesforce, became the only person in the office certified, they decided to fire us with no good reason. And that was the last straw for me. I could not go back. I could not go back. Now, Mark, me and you have been friends for a long time, so you always know, in the back of my head, I had always been kind of scheming and plotting because I had always been fascinated by the world of leverage buyout.
Yes.
Just buying companies, right? What Warren Buffett does, buy and sell companies. And I had to take some time to study, because even though I had an MBA, they don't teach you this kind of stuff in college, right? Because they don't want you to. They want you to be a cog in the wheel, but they don't want you to know how to do it for yourself, right? But I started studying leverage buyouts and just basically, how do you go about buying a company? And after a few years of study, I found out it wasn't that hard of a process. It's just like buying a house, pretty much. You find a company for sale, and you find the financing for it, just like a mortgage. And then you come up with the down payment for it.
And you negotiate a price.
Now, unlike real estate, when a lot of times the values are pretty much set and based upon the property values in the area, when you buy a company, that's a lot of negotiation. It's no hard set prices. So it's the negotiation between yourself and the owner, right? And something that I don't think many people know, especially us, is that in 80% of the deals in corporate buyouts, the owner finances the person who's buying it. So that person has to say, come up with 20% of the price, but the owner is going to finance you the 80%. Right? That gives you a lot of flexibility. First of all, it takes you from under the total control of banks, which I personally loved. I didn't have to apply for a bank loan. I didn't have to beg, scream, and scrape a finance company. All I had to do was negotiate with the owner. And the owner was completely satisfied as long as I had that money to put down. So I purchased the company Scents and Sprays. I acquired it during COVID, right? And the company has been steadily increasing in sales since I got it. And you know, I'm appearing on shows and I'm discussing the health benefits as well as just the what's the word I'm looking for? The decor benefits.
They're beautiful.
They're beautiful. I mean, you look at these candles, they're just beautiful. But if you burn them and you smell them and you sit and actually take it in, it's a wonderful, wonderful experience. So anyway, my point being is that now I've moved from working from a group of racists who fired me with no reason,
which can cause a lot of stress.
And that's what our doctor was just talking about.
Right,
I mean, this happened to me in February of 2020. This is when COVID was just starting to, you know. So I was one of those persons who experienced a huge loss of income, and you know, my future was uncertain. So I'm one of the prime people she was talking about in, you know, having to deal with stress during that time. But fortunately for me, I had a plan, and I was able to execute my plan, and now I'm just about as happy as I can be.
I'm sure. And owning a company that sells liquor gummies doesn't hurt it.
I mean, you know, and thank you, because this is fun. I mean, you know, I'm selling liquor gummies. I'm selling.
And you guys also have coffee.
Yes, we do have coffee on the website. We sure do.
Wow.
We sure do.
Like Mojo said, plan your work and work your plan.
Right.
And that's what you did.
And thank you. And I am on the bandwagon too, because I do want to spread the news that, you know, there are opportunities out there. And I mean, you can buy a company. You don't have to be forced into the cog that society says you need to belong in. And again, to dovetail what the good doctor says, that a lot of my stress has been relieved because now I feel I'm in a position that I can set my own course. I may fail, right? I may not have the sales that I want to, but I know it's because of me, if that makes sense. My future is not dependent upon something else, someone else. My future is dependent on how hard I want to work, how well I market, how well I execute my business. And that's a huge, huge different situation to be in.
It is. And in the meantime, there's a lady whose name I can't remember right now, who was fired from State Farm Insurance Company.
Sure.
Just like you're saying, just flat out. She had gone and gotten all of the degrees that, you know, she could and wanted to get.
Right.
And they did the exact same thing to her. Now, she has not gone forward to address her stress in the manner in which you have, and it seems to be very successful to me. And I like that grapefruit pie. But anyway, she hired the attorney who seems to be replacing Johnny Cochran, and his name is Crump, you know.
Benjamin Crump, okay.
So she has him, and the lawsuit has been filed in the state of Michigan. I just thought I would share that with you.
I spray that up there.
What's that?
This one is called the Welcome Home Scent.
Take a second. It smells really good.
Yes. And see, that's what it's about, Miss B. Mellowing out. And see, that's why I like Hood Research. Because we get all the people in here that you need to know about. And I just like to say I'm proud of Brother Dub, because a lot of people don't understand when you buy a company, they've already got sales. Okay. They've already got people who know the site, religiously buy from the site. So you don't really have to reinvent the wheel this way. And I think that's the beauty. See, we're bringing you to a new base of customers. Like, come on over to the Scents and Sprays. Now, it's a high-end thing. I mean, you go to the site, it's not cheap. But what you got to understand is these are candles that's going to smell. Some of these candles you pay $20 for, they burn, but you really can't get the scent that good. I want something that's going to have the whole, when I walk through the door, I can smell it.
Well, that long.
Right.
And these are the candles that do that, right? One of the things that I have to be very specific about, these are much higher end candles. These are not the kind of $20 or $5.
Are you talking beeswax? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, no, not necessarily beeswax in and of itself, but just there's, you know, quite a few cheaper candles on the market. I mean, you know, and I have nothing against them, but I mean, we have 200-hour candles. We have grapefruit pine. We have, you know, what Mark was talking about. These are the type of candles that if you leave the room for 10 minutes, you come back in, the whole room is filled with the scent. So this one, this red Karat, is say $72. The one that Mark has, the grapefruit pine, that's $84. So these are not, you know, like I said, low end candles, but these are the type of candles that will really provide the hours and the fragrance that you're truly looking for when you burn candles.
Mm-hmm. Now you said 4 wicks. Now, do you light 1 wick at a time, or you like 1 wick and it wicks white?
And Miss Broden hasn't even had one of these liquor gummies yet.
Oh.
Does it light the other 3 wicks?
No, actually, you light each of the 3 wicks individually, and you light them individually, but you can do it one at a time, or you can do all 3 simultaneously.
They got them in compartments.
Yes,
right. And I'm going to read this off the candle because we're running out of time here. This candle has been hand poured in the USA with a premium clean burning soy wax. It will burn cleanly and evenly down to the metal liner. To get the best results, burn for at least 3 to 4 hours at a time and trim the wicks prior to each lighting. The wooden tray is refillable and reusable. So, folks, I'm telling you, you can keep this thing going. Now, I'm getting into these sprays, too, because my wife, she always on me. I work out at the airport, and sometimes I come home and I'm smelling as pleasant. And she'll hit me with one of them sprays she'll get from Bath and Body Works. But I'm going to tell you this. I can tell this spray here going to hold a while. This one here, Pumpkin Spice, which is actually the name of one of the characters, folks. Ooh, that's that pumpkin spice. Now, that's a nice autumn scent.
Yeah.
Goodness, I'm telling you, I could use this. We coming up on Black History Month in the day. You mentioned February. We got the doctor's piece coming up, the coaching coming up starting tomorrow.
And your birthday.
Oh, and I would like to mention, too, we do sell diffusers. A lot of people are not familiar with diffusers, but they're wood wicks, and they they stick directly into the oil. And then as the wicks absorb the oil, it diffuses. That's why they're called diffusers. Right. It diffuses the scent across the entire area. And I don't know if you can take a smell of that one, but those smell absolutely beautiful.
Can you smell that, Miss B? You smell it? 1, 2.
Oh, this is the diffuser.
Yeah, that's the wick. Yeah, it soaks up the juice down in there.
The oil, yeah.
Right.
And yeah, my wife always gets that stuff.
So that provides weeks of a wonderful fragrance throughout your home or area just by using the diffusers. You don't have to burn anything, right? Candles, you do have to stay where they're at. You don't want to burn anything and leave it alone, walk away from it.
But this you can just sit somewhere.
Right.
We're going to run through this real quick. We down to 5 minutes.
Okay.
We got the gummies. It's called Eat Your Drink. So,
And where did we leave off?
Right. This one is called Let's Celebrate. I've been talking about the love box. But, when you celebrate, you get this box.
Okay.
And what else we got up there?
The other one is called In the Night.
Oh, in the night, huh? Okay.
In the night.
In the nighttime. It was a song in the night, wasn't it? My old school song.
And then very quickly, I did bring a soap because our website sells soaps. Sure. And we have body washes as well.
Oh, my
goodness. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows the full range of what we smell. We're all about the senses.
And when is your birthday? You didn't tell me that.
Oh, my birthday is April 28th.
April the 28th, 428. Now, Miss Broden's birthday is April the 18th. So how about that?
How about that?
Y'all share the same birth month.
No.
The 18th.
Aries. Okay.
Right. We're going to get this April out of the way. The 28th, the day after my son's birthday, by the way. He is the godfather to my oldest son.
Oh, okay.
Let's see who we got here. Mad Sinclair. I don't know if people remember her. She was in Roots on a couple of shows.
Coming to America, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. She was James Earl Jones' wife in Coming to America. Award-winning actress, actually born in Kingston, Jamaica, folks.
Oh.
How about that? And Gloria Naylor, who wrote Women of Brewster Place, of course. Oprah Winfrey took the book and made a TV series over. She was born in the book was done in 1983. Don't have a born, but on this day they got here. So, hey, that's all right. And then for my brother Doug, The lady they got listed for this day is Dinah Washington.
How about that?
Singer,
How about
known as
that?
the Queen of the Blues. And I know you're a big Howlin' Wolf fan. So you're a blues type of guy. So it's a beautiful thing. We almost at the end of the show, Miss B. Shut it down for us.
We need to have the contact information for you first.
Oh, yes, ma'am. The name of the website address is www.sense, like the smell, senseandsprays.com. And there's an additional website, just alcoholicgummies.com.
All right. Alcoholicgummies.com. And,
all right.
We're going to take this box with us, folks. It's called the Love Box. And Hood Research is about love.
Oh, goodness.
Now, and be careful. Those things really pack a punch.
Oh.
A lot of people tend to want to just say, oh, they're just gummies, and I'll just take a handful, but they're powerful. Be careful.
Real stuff,
Yes,
folks.
yes.
One a day, keep the stress away.
They're true alcoholic gummies.
Who needs an apple?
right, when you got gummies. Oh, sounds like a cartoon. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Today.
This was wonderful.
Yes, I have enjoyed this myself. And for those of you who are tuned in and enjoying this conversation, know that Hood Research invites you, one, to follow us on Twitter. We always say at the end of our programs, it's not necessary for you to know everything. What is necessary is for you to know how to find what you need when you need it.
Amen.
We at Hood Research seek out as much information as we can to share with you, encourage you to share with us. And this coming Saturday, we will be on from 3 until 6 p.m. And if you go to our Facebook page or website, you can get the phone number and the access code to join us at 3 p.m. You're not required to stay for 3 hours. You can stay as long as your schedule permits. But you need to join us and share and learn more and more each day. And we also have a contest going, so you want to know about that. But to call Hood Research is area code 248-234-2371. The email is contact@hoodresearch.org. Again, that's contact@hoodresearch.org. We want you to know that we also have a Facebook page. And thank you so much for being with us today. And thank you to Dr. Angela Celeste May. And Mark?
Yes, indeed. And just want to say thank you once again to our great engineer, Brother Timmy Tim.
Yes.
Thank you once again to Brother R.J. Watkins. This is a beautiful studio and station, folks, and support us. I mean, you know, these guys out here, it costs a lot of money to be putting on studio, putting on shows. We broadcast on TV, Roku, Amazon TV, Fire Stick, you name it. So I know you out there watching and listening. Show the support. Call Miss Broughton. Become a member. $20, $40 for a business. Become a lifetime member, $300, just lock it on in. This is what it's about, folks. Your business, come on down, do a show, join. Because people out there doing things, Ms. Broden. This is a much needed vehicle. It's been here for a while, and I'm just glad to be a part of it, Ms. B.
Mm-hmm. And thank you. And we want you to tune in again next Monday at 9 a.m. to learn and to share the information that we bring to you. So, with that, we want you to know that we look forward to your participation, and peace.
Peace.
Peace. Thank you. Thank you.
Feedback. Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. Feedback. Feedback.